Hi everyone, my name is Tony Richards and I'm a portrait photographer based out of Maryland. Today I want to give you a little behind the scenes look at how I shoot some of my portraits. Since it's just me today, it's going to be a self-portrait, so you're going to get to see me kind of in action both behind the camera and in front of the camera. We're going to start off kind of showing you some of the equipment that I use. So my main light is a 35-inch Octabank from Paul Seebuff, which is where most of my equipment comes from. I like the Octas versus the soft boxes because they have a nice little round catch light in the subject's eyes. It looks really good. These Octas put out a really nice sharp light on people's faces, and I really enjoy using them. Right now I've got one diffuser on the inside just to make the light a little softer on my face. I might add a second diffuser on the outside to add even more softness to the light once I get started and look at some of the photos. I'm also using a 10 by 36 inch strip box as a rim light on the other side of my head. This gives a little touch of light on the other side of my head and really gives the portrait a three-dimensional look. I really like using this. I put a honeycomb on the front of the strip box to help direct the light so that I can guide it on which part of my face I want it to hit and not have to worry about it hitting the backdrop. Here's my stool. Here's my lovely camera. It's the Canon 5D Mark II, an oldie but a goodie. I've been using it for probably a decade now. It still keeps running. I've got the 24-70 lens on here, and I'll probably set it to about 50mm for these portraits. In the background here, I've also got a 5-in-1 reflector in case I need a little bit more fill out on my face. Although with this giant window here, I doubt that that's going to be necessary. Alright, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and set this camera up on the tripod, and we're going to get this show started. I took a couple test shots and didn't like the way the background looked behind me, so I added a third light with an 8-inch reflector on there to really blow it out and make it nice and white. Those of us not blessed with perfect skin sometimes require softer light, so I ended up adding a second layer of diffuser on the outside of my Octabank to help me. One of the problems with doing self-portraits is getting the focus just right. Here I use my daughter's Hello Kitty jewelry box as my stand-in so I can lock down the focus just right. That's it, that's the end of the video. This is a pretty good synopsis of how I do my portrait setups. And once you get your lighting and your composition locked down, then it's a matter of just working with your subject to get the mood and the expressions that you're looking for. Or in the case of a self-portrait, you can be just as silly and goofy as you want. Hopefully this was helpful, you got some good information out of it, and until next time, I'm Tony Richards.